Welcome back to our channel Voice of English. Many people believe learning is slow. They think it takes years to master a skill. They think only talented people learn fast, but that is not true. Learning fast is not about talent. It is not about high IQ. It is not about studying all night. Learning fast is about method. It is about focus. It is about strategy. Some people study for hours and remember nothing. Others study for 1 hour and remember everything. The difference is not intelligence. The difference is how they learn. In this video, we will understand simple and powerful ways to learn anything faster. Because when you learn faster, you grow faster. And when you grow faster, your life changes faster. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Learn with purpose. Most people begin learning without clarity. They say, I want to learn English. They say, I want to learn coding. They say, I want to improve my skills. But they never stop and ask one powerful question. Why? And that small missing question is the reason they move slowly. Purpose creates speed. When your reason is weak, your effort is weak. When your reason is strong, your focus becomes strong. When your focus becomes strong, your results become faster. Learning without purpose is like traveling without a destination. You move, but you do not know where you are going. You spend energy, but you feel lost. You start excited, but you quit quickly. But when your purpose is clear, everything changes. If you know exactly why you are learning, your brain begins to cooperate with you. Your attention increases. Your distractions decrease. Your commitment becomes stronger. For example, if you say, I want to learn English, that is general. But if you say, I want to learn English to get a better job, to speak confidently, to travel, to support my family, now your reason has emotion. Emotion fuels action. Your brain pays more attention to information connected to emotion and survival. When your goal feels important, your brain treats it as important. And when your brain treats something as important, it remembers it better. Attention improves memory. Memory improves learning speed. This is why two people can study the same subject for the same number of hours, but one learns faster. The difference is not intelligence. The difference is purpose. Before learning anything, pause and ask yourself, why do I want this skill? How will this improve my future? What problems will it solve in my life? What opportunities will it open? Who will benefit if I master it? What will happen if I never learn it? These questions create clarity. Clarity creates direction. Direction creates speed. When your why is clear, excuses become smaller. You stop saying, I am tired. You stop saying, maybe tomorrow, because your goal becomes bigger than your comfort. Purpose also helps you ignore distractions. When you know where you are going, you say no to what does not help you. You choose useful content over random scrolling. You choose practice over procrastination. Another powerful truth is this: purpose creates discipline. Motivation comes and goes, but purpose stays. Some days you will not feel motivated. Some days you will feel slow. But if your reason is strong enough, you will continue anyway. That is how fast learners are built. They are not always excited. They are committed. Clear purpose activates your brain at a deeper level. It tells your mind, this matters. And when something truly matters, your brain works harder to understand and remember it. So do not start learning casually. Start intentionally. Write your purpose down. Be specific. Be honest. Be emotional. Turn your learning into a mission, not a hobby. Because when your reason is powerful, your focus becomes powerful. When your focus becomes powerful, your learning becomes faster. And when your learning becomes faster, your life begins to change. Lesson 2. Focus deeply, not widely. Many people try to learn many things at the same time. They open a book, they watch a video, they check messages, They reply to notifications. They scroll social media. They study, all together. And then they wonder why they feel slow. This destroys focus. Your brain is powerful, but it is not designed for constant switching. Every time you change tasks, your brain loses energy. It needs time to adjust again. That small switching may look harmless, but it weakens concentration. When you study while checking your phone, you are not fully studying. When you watch a lesson while thinking about notifications, you are not fully learning. You are dividing your attention. And divided attention creates divided results. Your brain cannot learn deeply when distracted. Learning requires mental space. It requires silence. It requires full attention. If you truly want to learn faster, you must protect your focus like something valuable. Because it is valuable. Remove distractions intentionally. Put your phone away, not next to you, far from you. Close unnecessary tabs. Turn off notifications. Study in silence. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. Your brain is used to stimulation. It is used to quick entertainment. But real growth happens in quiet concentration. Even 30 minutes of deep focus is stronger than 3 hours of distraction. Think about it. If you study for 3 hours but spend half that time scrolling, checking messages, or daydreaming, you are not studying for 3 hours. You are studying for maybe 1 hour. But if you sit for 30 minutes with full attention, fully present, fully engaged, your brain absorbs information faster and more clearly. Deep focus creates deep understanding, and deep understanding creates long-term memory. Surface learning disappears quickly. You read something. You understand it for a moment. Then you forget it. But when you focus deeply, you connect ideas. You analyze concepts. You ask questions. You truly understand. And what you truly understand, you rarely forget. Another powerful truth is this: focus builds mental strength. The more you train your mind to stay on one task, the stronger it becomes. Focus is like a muscle. If you train it daily, it grows. If you ignore it, it weakens. Start small. Set a timer for 25 or 30 minutes. During that time, do only one task. No phone, no switching, no distractions, just one goal. After that, take a short break, then repeat. This simple method can double your learning speed. Also understand this: trying to learn many things at once slows you down. If you study 5 subjects in 1 hour without depth, you will feel busy but not productive. But if you choose one subject and go deep, your progress becomes visible. Wide learning gives information. Deep learning gives mastery, and mastery creates confidence. In today's world, distraction is everywhere. That is why focus has become rare, and what is rare becomes powerful. If you can control your attention in a distracted world, you already have an advantage. Remember this clearly. Speed does not come from doing more things. Speed comes from doing one thing with full attention. Protect your focus. Train your concentration. Choose depth over noise. Because when you focus deeply, you understand deeply. And when you understand deeply, you learn faster than most people around you. Lesson 3. Learn actively, not passively. Many people believe they are learning simply because they are watching something. They watch long educational videos. They read pages of books. They listen to podcasts for hours. But watching is not learning. Reading without thinking is not learning. Listening without practice is not learning. That is passive learning. Passive learning makes you feel productive. You feel busy. You feel informed. You feel like you are improving. But after a few days, you forget most of what you consumed. Why? Because your brain remembers what it works on, not what it only sees. If your brain is not actively involved, it does not store information deeply. It treats it as temporary. It deletes it. Active learning is different. Active learning means your brain participates. It thinks, it analyzes, it questions, it connects ideas. Active learning means you do not just accept information, you interact with it. For example, when you read something, do not just move your eyes across the words. Pause and ask, what does this really mean? Can I explain this in simple language? How does this connect to what I already know? This forces your brain to process the idea. Processing creates understanding. Understanding creates memory. Take notes while learning. But do not copy everything. Write key ideas in your own words. When you translate information into your own language, your brain works harder. And when your brain works harder, it remembers better. Ask questions constantly. Why does this work? What is the logic behind this? What would happen if this changed? Questions activate curiosity. Curiosity activates focus. Focus strengthens learning. Another powerful method is explaining the idea in your own words. After studying something, close the book. Turn off the video and try to explain the concept out loud as if you are teaching a beginner. If you struggle to explain it clearly, that means you do not fully understand it yet. And that is not failure. That is feedback. Go back. Review. Simplify. Try again. This method exposes weak understanding and strengthens clarity. Teaching someone else is even more powerful. When you teach, you learn twice. Because teaching forces you to organize information. It forces you to simplify complex ideas. It forces you to answer questions. All of this strengthens your memory and understanding. Even if you do not have someone to teach, imagine you are the teacher. Speak to an imaginary student. Record yourself explaining. Write a short summary. Active learning also includes practice. If you are learning a language, speak it. If you are learning coding, write code. If you are learning communication skills, practice speaking. Knowledge without action disappears quickly. Practice locks knowledge into your brain. Your brain remembers better when it works harder. Easy consumption creates weak memory. Mental effort creates strong memory. Passive learning gives you the illusion of progress. Active learning gives you real progress. Passive learning is comfortable. Active learning is sometimes challenging. But growth lives in challenge. If you want to learn faster, stop being only a consumer of information. Become a participant. Engage with the material. Break it down. Question it. Apply it. Teach it. Because real learning is not about how much you watch. It is about how deeply you understand. And when you learn actively, your understanding becomes stronger, your memory becomes longer, and your improvement becomes faster. Lesson 4. Break big topics into small parts. When something looks big, your brain feels overwhelmed. When you see a thick book, a complex subject, or a large goal, your mind immediately says, "This is too much." And when you feel overwhelmed, you slow down. Overwhelm does not mean you are incapable. It means your brain is confused about where to start. Confusion creates delay. Delay creates procrastination. Procrastination destroys speed. Many people fail not because the subject is difficult, but because it looks too big. They say, "I will learn the whole language. I will master the entire course. I will understand everything this month." The goal sounds powerful, but the brain feels pressure, and pressure without clarity reduces performance. Instead of saying, "I will learn the whole subject," say, "Today I will master this small part." That small shift changes everything. When your task is small and clear, your brain relaxes. It focuses better. It works faster. For example, do not say, "I will learn English grammar." Say, "Today I will understand present tense." Do not say, "I will master programming." Say, "Today I will understand this one function." Small targets are powerful. Small progress daily becomes big progress quickly. Think about it. If you improve just one small concept every day, in 1 month you will master 30 concepts. In 1 year, 365 concepts. That is not slow. That is unstoppable. Divide, simplify, master step by step. Breaking topics into small parts gives you clarity. Clarity increases confidence. Confidence increases speed. When you complete small sections, you feel progress. Progress creates motivation. Motivation creates consistency. Another important truth is this: the brain loves completion. When you finish a small task, your brain releases satisfaction. That satisfaction encourages you to continue. But when a task feels endless, your brain avoids it. So make your learning structured. Take a big topic and divide it into clear sections. Then divide those sections into even smaller parts. Create daily targets. Instead of studying randomly, follow a clear path. This method also improves understanding. When you study everything at once, you mix ideas. You confuse concepts. You forget details. But when you focus on one small piece at a time, you understand deeply. And deep understanding builds strong memory. Speed does not come from rushing. Rushing creates mistakes. Mistakes create frustration. Frustration slows you down. Real speed comes from clarity. When you know exactly what you are learning today, your mind becomes calm. Your focus becomes sharper. Your progress becomes visible. Step-by-step learning may look slow in the beginning, but in the long term, it is faster than random learning. Because step-by-step learning builds foundation. Without foundation, knowledge collapses. With foundation, knowledge grows easily. Imagine building a house. You do not build the roof first. You build the foundation. Then the walls, then the details. Learning works the same way. If you try to understand advanced ideas without mastering basics, you feel lost. But when you respect the process and move gradually, everything connects naturally. Remember this clearly. Big goals are achieved through small daily actions. Do not be afraid of large subjects. Just reduce them into smaller steps. Focus on today's piece. Master it fully. Then move forward. Because when you divide wisely, simplify clearly, and move step by step, you will realize that nothing is too big to learn. And the person who masters small parts consistently will eventually master the whole. Lesson 5. Practice immediately. Knowledge without action disappears quickly. Many people learn something new and feel excited. They understand the idea. They say, "This makes sense." But then they close the book, close the video, and do nothing. After a few days, they forget most of it. Why? Because information that is not used is removed by the brain. Your brain keeps what is necessary. It deletes what is unused. If you truly want to learn faster, you must practice immediately. Do not wait for the perfect time. Do not wait until you feel fully ready. Use what you learn today. If you learn a new word, use it in a sentence. Say it in conversation. Write it in a paragraph. If you learn a new concept, apply it in real life. Think about where it fits. Look for examples around you. If you learn a skill, practice it today. Even if you make mistakes, even if you feel uncomfortable. Practice strengthens memory. When you apply knowledge, your brain builds stronger connections. Those connections make information easier to remember. Reading creates familiarity. Practice creates ability. There is a big difference between knowing and doing. You may know the rules of communication, but if you never speak confidently, nothing changes. You may understand how discipline works, but if you never follow a routine, you do not improve. Action converts knowledge into skill, and skill creates results. Another powerful truth is this: mistakes accelerate learning. When you practice, you will make errors, but errors are feedback. Feedback shows you what to improve. If you avoid practice because you fear mistakes, you slow down your growth. Fast learners are not perfect. They simply practice more. Repetition creates mastery. Doing something once is not enough. Doing it twice is not enough. But doing it consistently builds strength. Every repetition makes the brain pathway stronger. Every repetition reduces confusion. Every repetition increases confidence. Think about learning to drive. The first time feels difficult. The second time feels slightly better. After many repetitions, it becomes automatic. That is the power of practice. The more you apply, the faster you improve. Do not collect information. Use it. Do not just highlight books, implement ideas. Do not just watch tutorials. Take action. Even small practice daily is powerful. 10 minutes of real application is stronger than 1 hour of passive watching. If you want to learn quickly, create a simple rule. Learn something. Apply it immediately. Turn theory into action. Turn ideas into habits. Turn knowledge into experience. Because experience stays longer than information. Remember this clearly. Learning is not complete until it becomes action. And when you practice immediately, your memory becomes stronger, your skill becomes sharper, and your progress becomes faster. Knowledge starts the journey. Practice finishes it. Lesson 6. Use smart repetition. Many people believe that repeating something again and again in one sitting is the best way to remember it. They read the same page 5 times in one night. They memorize quickly before an exam. They try to force information into their brain. This is not smart repetition. This is cramming. Cramming may help you remember something for a short time. But after a few days, most of it disappears. Why? Because your brain stores information better when it sees it multiple times over a longer period, not all at once. Do not just repeat randomly. Repeat strategically. Smart repetition means reviewing information at the right time. For example, after learning something new, review it the next day, then review it again after 1 week, then review it again after 1 month. This method strengthens long-term memory. Each time you review, your brain says, "This information is important." And when your brain believes something is important, it protects it. It stores it deeper. Think of memory like a path in the forest. The first time you walk on it, the path is weak. It is hard to see. But every time you walk on it again, the path becomes clearer and stronger. Repetition builds that path. But the timing of repetition matters. If you repeat immediately too many times, your brain becomes bored. It does not work hard. And when the brain does not work hard, it does not build strong memory. But when you review after some time, your brain has to work to remember. That effort strengthens the memory. Effort improves retention. Smart repetition trains your brain to store information permanently. Another powerful technique is active recall. Instead of rereading everything, close your notes and try to remember the key ideas. Ask yourself questions. Test your memory. Struggling to remember is good. It may feel uncomfortable, but it makes your brain stronger. When you check the answer after trying, the memory becomes deeper. Learning fast is not about studying for many hours in one day. It is about consistent review over many days. Even 10 minutes of smart revision daily is powerful. Consistency beats intensity. Many students study very hard before exams, but forget everything later. But smart learners review small amounts regularly. And because of that, they remember longer. Repetition also builds confidence. When you review something multiple times, it feels familiar. When it feels familiar, you feel calm. And when you feel calm, you perform better. Do not depend on memory only once. Train it repeatedly. Make a simple system. After learning something new, schedule your reviews. 1 day later, 1 week later, 1 month later. This simple structure can double your retention. Remember this clearly. Speed in learning does not mean rushing information into your brain. It means building strong memory foundations. Smart repetition makes learning stable. Stable learning makes progress faster. Because when you remember what you learn, you do not need to start again. And when you do not need to start again, you move forward faster than everyone else. Lesson 7. Rest and protect your brain. Many people believe that learning faster means studying longer. They think success comes from sleeping less and working more. They stay awake late at night. They push themselves without rest. But they forget one important truth. Your brain is powerful, but it needs care. If you study while tired, your speed decreases. You read the same line again and again. You try to focus, but your mind feels slow. You forget what you just learned. This is not because you are incapable. It is because your brain is exhausted. Sleep improves memory. When you sleep, your brain organizes information. It takes what you learned during the day and stores it properly. It strengthens important memories and removes unnecessary ones. Without sleep, this process becomes weak. You may study for hours, but your brain cannot store the information deeply. Good sleep is not laziness, it is mental recovery. If you want to learn faster, protect your sleep. Go to bed on time. Avoid screens before sleeping. Give your brain the rest it deserves. Healthy food also supports focus. Your brain uses energy. If you feed your body with unhealthy food all the time, your energy becomes unstable. You feel tired quickly. Your concentration drops. But when you drink enough water, eat balanced meals, and choose nutritious food, your mind becomes clearer. Energy affects learning speed. If you study with energy, your speed increases. If you study while weak, your progress slows down. Short breaks refresh your mind. Your brain is not designed to focus for many hours without pause. After intense concentration, it needs recovery time. Study for a focused period, then take a short break. Stand up, walk a little, breathe deeply. Even 5 to 10 minutes can reset your mental energy. Breaks prevent burnout. Burnout destroys motivation, and without motivation, learning becomes heavy. Another important factor is stress. Too much stress blocks clear thinking. When you are anxious or overwhelmed, your brain focuses on survival, not learning. Calmness improves clarity. Clarity improves understanding. Practice simple habits to reduce stress. Deep breathing, light exercise, quiet time without noise. Physical health supports mental strength. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain. It improves mood. It improves focus. Even short daily movement can sharpen your mind. Remember this clearly. Your brain is not a machine. It is a living organ. And like any powerful system, it needs maintenance. You cannot expect high performance without proper care. Rest is not wasting time. It is preparing your mind for better performance. If you protect your brain, your concentration improves. Your memory improves. Your learning speed improves. Fast learners are not only disciplined in study, they are disciplined in recovery. They understand that real productivity includes rest. So, sleep well, eat wisely, take breaks, Move your body. Because when your brain is healthy, your thinking becomes sharper, your focus becomes stronger, and your progress becomes faster. Lesson 8. Believe you can improve. Many people say, I am a slow learner, and because they believe it, they stay slow. Your mindset controls your speed. If you believe you can improve, your brain works differently. Confidence increases effort. Effort increases skill. Skill increases speed. Never label yourself. You are not slow. You are untrained. And training changes everything. Remember this clearly. Learning faster is not magic. It is method. It is discipline. It is focus. It is practice. When you learn with purpose, focus deeply, study actively, practice immediately, review smartly, and protect your energy, you can learn anything faster. Skill is not reserved for special people. Knowledge is not limited to the gifted. Growth is available to everyone who trains properly. The person who learns faster, earns faster, grows faster, leads faster. So decide today. Stop learning randomly. Start learning strategically. Because when you master the skill of learning, you can master any skill in life. If this video helped you understand how to learn anything faster, like this video. Share it with someone who wants to grow. Subscribe to English Voice of English for more powerful lessons. Remember, fast learners are not born, they are built. Start building yourself today.